I found a hidden room in my apartment, and I wish I never opened it. Hey Reddit. Long-time lurker, first-time poster. I never thought I'd have a story worth sharing, but here we are. Buckle up because this is gonna be a long one. A few months ago, I moved into a cheap one-bedroom in an old building downtown. The place had that charming but slightly creepy vibe. Hardwood floors that creaked like they were haunted, weirdly narrow hallways, and a closet in the bedroom that was way deeper than it needed to be. But hey, rent was half what my friends were paying, so I wasn't complaining. At first, everything was fine. Just the usual old building quirks. Pipes groaning at night, the occasional draft from nowhere. Then about a month in, I started hearing other things. It started with scratching. I figured it was mice. An old building, right? I set traps, but they never caught anything. Then, one night, I heard something knocking. Not like a branch against a window, but a slow, deliberate tap, tap, tap coming from inside the bedroom wall. I told my landlord, who shrugged it off. Probably just settling, he said. But the knocking kept happening. Always at 3:17 a.m. Exactly 3 knocks, every damn night. That's when I noticed something weird about the bedroom closet. The back wall didn't match the rest of the apartment. The other walls were plaster, but this one was cheap plywood, like it had been added later. One sleepless night, after the usual 3:17 a.m. wake-up call, I grabbed a flashlight and started poking around. I pressed against the back panel, and it moved. Just slightly, but enough to make my stomach drop. I pulled out a box cutter and sliced through the caulking around the edges. The panel came loose, revealing a dark space behind it. It wasn't just a crawl space, it was a full room, about the size of a small office, hidden behind my closet. The air was thick with dust and something else, something sour, like old sweat. My flashlight beam landed on a metal chair in the center of the room. It was bolted to the floor, with leather straps on the arms and legs. Next to it was a small table with rusted tools, pliers, a handsaw, things I didn't want to think about. But the worst part? The walls. They were covered in writing. Not graffiti, not random scribbles. Names, dozens of them, scratched into the plaster like someone had used a knife or their fingernails. Some were so old they were barely visible. Others looked fresh. I recognized one immediately. Emily Carter. That was the name of the previous tenant. The landlord told me she'd moved out suddenly. I ran out of there so fast I nearly tripped over my own feet. Called the cops immediately. They searched the room, took photos, asked me a million questions. But here's the thing. When they checked the records, there was no mention of Emily Carter ever living here. No lease, no paperwork. Like she never existed. The cops left saying they'd look into it.